solid. Got a lot of guys competing. Still trying to work on everybody's motor. I just want the effort to be even more what we've got. Just an attitude. It can't be stopped, and just want more as far as just our total effort goes. And probably asking for more I'm going to get, but I think anytime we talk about just giving the maximum effort, I think we can always reach and get more. And so we're trying to get more out of these guys right now, and I'm happy with our attitude. We got a great attitude. We had a fun Saturday at Heinz Field with a tremendous attitude, and another good practice today. So, questions?
What did you learn from Saturday, getting the guys out there in that environment?
Well, you lose some older guys, and you learn, some new guys are, kind of looking around. Again, Heinz Field, I always say, it's an equalizer. You walk into that arena instead of, it's kind of like walking into that big, we're going into the Sweet 16. You walk into that big arena, and whether it's a football field where they turn it into a basketball arena and that hoop looks like it's about that big. It's the same thing when you walk into a football field, into the stadium. It's a different deal than practice, and I think some guys got woken up to that. When you're going live the whole time, it becomes a little bit different. So, and we actually didn't even go live the whole time. So this Saturday will be the biggest test, but it'll be great the last week that we got in there and got a little action.
Any interesting, highlights or stat lines or anything like that from the weekend that you can think of?
No, it was pretty uneventful as far as just stat lines. I mean, there was a couple. I know Dontavius Butler had a great catch, for a touchdown late in the live part of the practice. Taysir Mack had a nice catch. It was a nice place on the ball. So there was some good plays.
How's Malik Carter kind of taking to running back?
It's a process. I mean, you look at most athletes like that can run like he did. I mean, really didn't play running back in high school, so it's it's even more of a learning curve there for him as far as what he's doing at tailback right now. So he's getting better. He's got a different burst. He had probably maybe his best day today, I think. Again, that'll come day by day. I mean, he's day 6 of a total new position. I mean, last year when we ran the ball with him, he's right out there, wide out, and motioning as fast as he could in the backfield and run around the edge for 200 yards somewhere. But so he's he's a work in progress right now. But he's got a great attitude and works hard.
His size and lack of experience, what can he ultimately be in that role? Do you think can he be a guy who's leading you in carries and stuff like that?
I don't know how many carries he gets. But he's a tough kid. I mean, I don't think knocking on this hard plastic here that he's missed a practice since he's been here. He's a tough kid. He'll try to strike it in there. He doesn't have he's not that size of a Darren Olsen or a Sibley or Darren Hall, so he's a little bit different back. But when he hits the hole, I mean, he can he'll get there faster than anybody.
What have you seen from the guys working at fullback, and how much do you think that's going to be an essential part of your offense, or something that maybe you'll use more if you feel like one of those guys steps up and earns it?
On Twitter, I saw that picture of the Hulk. The Hulk is not in the backfield anymore. I don't know where that thing came from. That's a beautiful picture. Darn, George looks like the Hulk back there. I don't know if someone photoshopped some of the veins in his neck and chest. Well, that was kind of weird. I think that was a Photoshop, just like the Hulk was. But, we're going to play our best 11 players. And if it becomes a fullback in there, some way, somehow, we'll be just like we were last year in some 2-pack sets. And there's going to be somebody back there. But it's going to be one of our best, 2 players, whether it's a fullback or another tight end.
I know Madura's listed there now. Does he have some of those same traits that George brought, or are they pretty different, you think?
Well, I mean, I think, there's no George Aston sitting, in the locker room right now. I don't think you make one of those guys up. I think that guy's going to get drafted. If he doesn't, there's a lot of foolish NFL teams out there. That guy's a football player. He's a special teams player. He's tough. Those guys aren't found everywhere. You're not going to find those on the trees outside. So, we don't have one of those guys right now. We're trying to develop one and get one to the best we can. I mean, George can catch the ball out of the backfield. He can play special teams. Obviously, he can run hard. And the best thing he does is knock people on their tails and leverage blocks. So we're looking for a guy like that.
And lost, obviously, there was 3 in the backfield. And as a group overall, how have they accepted the challenge or the opportunity that's in front of them?
We'll find out on April 13th. We get to go spring game and see how we run the football. But they all want a piece of the challenge. I know that. I think in the end we'll find out. At the end of the 2019 season of how they accepted it. because you either win with it or you fail with it. And I think they've done a great job of embracing it. And they know they got big shoes to fill, and they have to continue to work at it. But it's not going to happen overnight.
And Andre said that guys like Trey are really into special teams and into that role in special teams. How important is it for you to have upperclassmen that are buying into those roles?
You're talking like Trey Tipton?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really, really important. I mean, we've done some things a little bit different when we're doing special teams that the guys on the sideline, you're not getting a vacation over there. We got them working, so there's nobody standing around. Just a little bit different because I want the guys to, hey, if I'm going to put effort in, I might as well be on special teams. But I think when you look at Quadri Olson and Darren Hall and George Aston, you look at those three backs, and we talk about the running back position, those guys are going to have opportunities in the NFL because of special teams, because they play on the most important special team there is, the punt. So, if anybody wants to play in the NFL, you better figure out that special teams are another avenue that you can take with you with your other position that you love. We need as many of those guys as we can get.
Talking to Malik, he said he maybe got a little too amped up for scrimmage on Saturday at Hines.
He's not used to getting hit by 7 guys in a pile, so he didn't get too. You could never get up too amped.
Yeah.
No, he did a nice job, and defense stopped the run pretty good, I think, for the most part. Frustrated like me.
So he got frustrated, basically, is it?
A little bit, just like everybody gets frustrated.
He said he got ejected. So.
He didn't get ejected. He just threw, after he got tackled, he threw the ball. The guy said, "Get out of here." I took him out.
Yeah, like you said, learning about being a running back.
Yeah, you're going to
slammed by a gang of tacklers.
He got slammed, and then someone says something to him and he can't take it. It's like you better get used to it.
Yeah.
Because if anybody sees that on tape, they're going to talk to you all day. I'll be talking to you from the sideline.
Have your you got 2.5, I guess, new starters at linebacker. Are they where you'd like them to be at this time of year? Do you feel like you got good depth there?
You know what? Elias Reynolds is really playing well inside the mic. I mean, I'm really impressed with him. I'd say he's still not 100% healthy yet, but he's playing well. Wendell Davis is coming along at the mic, backup spot there. To the field, I think we got 2 really good players. Phil Campbell's, for a guy that's been at 6 days, Phil Campbell, watch out for that guy. He's fast, he's physical. The one thing I noticed about him in just the first 6 days of practice, he gets off blocks as good as any linebacker I've seen. He's just quick with his hands, and he's like a cat in there. I mean, that position, which everybody would play this year, everybody's in a spread. So he's a kind of a nickel back in there that's tough enough, to be a linebacker. He's athletic. But him and Cam Wright together right now are playing well out there at that position. Then, Chase Pine's, working his tail off into the boundary right now. He's leading that spot there. Salim's fighting, in the depth chart to win that battle. So there's a heated battle there. So really, there's a heated battle everywhere at that linebacker spot. But it's a good competition. There's at least 2 guys at each spot, and Kyle Nunn's doing a nice job in the boundary as well.